Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I created this all around drama look, which is the smoky eyes and bold lips. So you can always switch it up and tone it down with more of a natural lip color. But if you want to learn how I created this look, please keep on watching. So the first thing that I did, of course, was apply my primer, and I used the Too Faced primer. And then I decided to use the Tartelette palette from Tarte Cosmetics, which is so beautiful. I just got this palette and I'm so in love. So I'm going to use the color Jet Setter right on my crease with my 224 brush, and you want to make sure that you blend this eyeshadow really well, and you want to make sure you do circular motions and you go back and forth with the brush from the inner corner to the outer corner and extend it up to the brow, so it gives you more of an elongated eye, like an almond shape kind of look. So this is a pretty cool tip that you want to implement to your makeup routine. The next thing that I did was apply the Color Activist with my 221 brush by MAC, and this is a smaller brush, but it actually helps you blend as well and place the color in a more like in a more detailed way, so you don't place the color all around, especially when you deal with darker shades. You want to just make sure you really pinpoint the area where you want it to be. So I wanted to place it right on the outer corner of my eye and kind of blend it into the crease, but just make sure it's like well detailed right into the socket of the eye and not too above the socket of the eye or not too below. So this is the perfect brush for that, and I absolutely love it. I use it all the time. And then what I did is I went back to the 224 brush by MAC, and I just blended the both eyeshadows to just make sure there's no hard edges, and I grabbed a little bit of that color that I used on my crease earlier, the lighter shade, the Jet Setter, and I applied just a little bit to just make sure it's just all faded out and very nice and blended. And then I went back and add a little bit more of the darker shade. So you want to keep that technique. You want to go from dark to light and back and forth to kind of like just make it all blend out. Then I'm grabbing the shade Firecracker, and I'm going to apply this right on my lid, and this is a gorgeous eyeshadows. These eyeshadows are so pigmented. You only need a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way. And I'm so in love with the palette just because it has a lot of matte shades, and not a lot of palette has like a lot of matte shades. It's always like a lot of shimmer shades and only a couple matte shades, but I absolutely love this palette for that. And then as you can see, I'm going back to the 221 brush to just blend out the edges and just make sure it looks just blended together and then we don't see where the eyeshadow starts or where the eyeshadow finishes. Then I'm going back to that lighter shade that we put in the crease, and I'm going to apply this right on my lower lashes because we want to make sure it's well smoked out, and it's kind of like, I don't know, you don't always want to, if this is, not a lot of people is used to putting eyeshadow on your lower lash line, but it actually makes a huge difference. So try it out. Then I'm going to put the darker shade right on the outer part of the eye, right at the bottom of my eye, and then I'm going to blend it out with this blending brush. This brush came with my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette, but I use it all the time because it's actually pretty nice, and I like the fact that it came with a blending brush. So it's a two-side brush, and it came with a palette. I'm sorry guys. And then I'm going to apply the Firecracker eyeshadow right on my lower lash line, just to create like a pop of color, make my eye color stand out. And then I'm going to use this lighter shade, which is another shimmery shade. It's called Funny Girl, and I'm going to apply this right in the inner corner of my eye, just to give it like a pop of color and illuminate that inner corner of my eye. I'm using here like a detail brush from one of the Motives Kids eyeshadow, from one of the Motives Kids brushes. This brush comes in it, and I absolutely love this brush. It's very detailed, very small. Then I'm going to use the eye pencil by MAC. It's called Feline. This is not a waterproof eyeliner, so you want to be careful, but I absolutely love it because it's super black and super nice to work with, and it also blends very nicely on the eye. So I'm going to put it right on my, I put it on my waterline, the upper and lower waterline, and then I'm going to blend it out like right in the outer part of my eye, and then I blend it out with a big brush. And then I'm going to grab my Tartelette eyeliner by Tarte, and I just got this product as well, and I actually really like this eyeliner. It's very nice to work with, and it actually comes with the brush that I'm using right now. The brush is actually slightly different. These came with the, I don't know if they still sell that type of eyeliner, but it comes with a brush just like the one I'm using right now, but it's actually a little tilt to the side. So it might be more helpful. I haven't used it yet because I'm still really attached to this brush, but you can give it a try because it's the same exact brush. It's just a little tilt to the side. And then you just want to create like a very nice tight liner to your lashes, because when you put your fake lashes, you want them to blend, and if you put some glue, you just want the glue to just blend and be seamless in the eye. And then I'm just doing like just a tiny bit of wing, because I don't like to just put the liner to the end of my eye, just because it makes my eyes look sad. So just by adding just a little bit of wing, it makes them happy. So they smile at you. So I like that. So then what I'm going to do is just curl my lashes, because it's time for the lashes, and I always like to curl them first. And I'm going to use the Lash Camera Action Mascara from Tarte, and I'm just going to apply these on my lashes before I apply the falsies. Like I always say, I like to use the mascara before I apply the lashes, just because I don't like to apply mascara unless it's necessary to the falsies, because they will last longer if you don't. If you start putting mascara, once you reapply them to the eye, like, they're gonna start being clumpy, and then you're not gonna be able to get the uses out of it. Then I'm grabbing the Too Faced Born This Way foundation with my beauty blender in the color light beige, and I'm going to start applying these all over my skin before we do the whole highlight and contour process. And I'm just applying these all over my skin. As you can see, this foundation is so beautiful. You can build it up. You can actually, you know, do like a light, you don't have to put like too much, and it still gives you like that flawless coverage, and it gives you that like really healthy glow, and that's what I absolutely love. Then I'm gonna use my highlight and contour kit from Modus Cosmetics, which is the Sculpt series, and I've been so in love with this kit because it's really universal. Like every skin tone can use it. I actually use it on my clients as well. So I'm going to use the lighter shade from the palette, and I'm going to use the Luxie brushes and that I just got, and I'm so in love with how they come, like the packaging, and then just how the way they look, like these rosy gold. They're just so beautiful, and they look so high end, and they like the quality is just very nice, like high-end products. So I'm just using them right now because yeah, I just got them and I wanted to try them out. So then I'm just applying these right underneath my eye to just illuminate that area and make my eyes pop. As you guys can see, they are already popping even more before applying the highlighter, after applying the highlighter. And then I'm going to put a little bit down the bridge of my nose and at my forehead, just to illuminate that area and make it come forward. All the brushes that I'm going to use to highlight and contour, they come in one kit. So when you buy the kit, you're going to get like the whole sculpt brushes, like to sculpt your face, to actually highlight and contour your nose as well, as you will see. Then I'm using the lighter shade from the contour palette, and I'm going to apply these right down, like right from the ear, like down like to the middle of my eye. I don't like it to bring it all the way to my mouth, so I'm just applying just a little bit in that area because we're gonna blend it out afterwards. So I'm just applying it with this brush that comes in the kit as well from Luxie brushes. I'll list down below where you can get them if you're interested. And then I'm going to use this brush, which is amazing to highlight and contour your nose. So I'm using that angle brush from the kit, and I'm just contouring the sides of my nose. You want to make sure this line is very tiny. You don't want to create like a huge line because it's just not nice. It's not going to be natural. You want to create it as natural as possible. So you want to create like a tiny line. And then that's it. It's time for blending. So I took off the excess of the brush and I started like blend it all together, like the highlight and the contour shade, just to make sure there's no hard edges. So you want to make sure you take your time and you blend. Start doing like circular motions when you're using a brush. Especially this brush is very helpful because it's like flat, but it's like it's like flat, but like it has like a circle shape to it, and it's very nice and fluffy, and it's not hard at all. So it's really helpful when you blend. And yeah, so you just want to take your time and blend. I mean, there's not like blending is hard to teach, I guess. Like you just have to, I don't know, you just have to practice, and you also have to be very gentle. So you don't want to do it too harsh. You just want to make sure you just take your time and you practice. And then I'm going to grab that smaller brush that I was using to contour my nose. I'm going to grab the other side, and I'm just going to blend those small edges from the eyes, and then I'm going to start blending my nose job, my fake nose job, and then I'm going to start blending it upward and back downward and upward from my nose and down the sides of my nose, just to make sure that line disappear and is unnoticeable. So as you guys can see, it's already disappearing, and you want to be really, really gentle, and yeah, just blend, blend, blend. So the set is called 180 Glam Sculpting Set. If you were interested in seeing the set, I will list down below all the details. So after you're done blending your face and your set, you want to go ahead and start baking or cooking, as they say, and you want to start putting your setting powder on. So I grabbed my Shiseido translucent powder, and I'm going to put these right underneath my eyes with a dry beauty blender, because this is going to help that powder really stay in the skin and really set every single part of your skin, because when you use a brush, you really are just like probably moving the product as well if you're doing it too hard on the skin, and I don't like that. I like to keep it like seamless of lines, so actually putting it with a beauty blender is gonna help it really like set and make it nice and last all day. So I'm just putting it right on the forehead, right on the sides of my contour, that way it stands out. And then I'm grabbing the MAC powder, the Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC in the shade Medium Plus. I'm going to start setting the contour shade. So I did not want to put a bronzer on top of that contour because I felt like it was unnecessary. I already have the shade of the product doing the job, so I figure I'll just use like a powder that has color in it, but it's a setting powder to set the contour. And now I'm just taking off the powder, the loose powder, from all around my face with a kabuki brush, and making sure that I don't have no more of that setting powder, because then I will look white and we don't want that. So yeah, so voila, this is basically the highlight and contour routine, as you guys can see. Then I'm going to apply my highlighter, which is the best part of all. I love to apply a highlighter. I'm using the Becca Cosmetics Champagne Pop highlighter, which was the collaboration with Jaclyn Hill, which I love her so much. And then I'm using the brush from the Sculpt series as well, from the Sculpt set as well. And I'm using that highlighter brush that comes in it, which is so amazing. I'm so in love with this brush to apply my highlight. And I'm applying it right on my cheekbones. Look at that glow, OMG. And then a little bit on my lips and a little bit down the bridge of my nose, just with my finger. I think I did put a little bit on my finger and put it down the bridge of my nose, just a tiny bit. And then let's move on to the lips. So for the lips, I use the Tarte Cosmetics lip pencil called Squad, and I'm just lining my lips and taking my time. I do overdraw just a tiny bit my upper lip, because my upper lip is actually smaller, so you can overdraw your lips if you wanted to. I do sometimes just a little bit of my upper lip, just on the side, to kind of like even out with the bottom lip. And then I'm just applying these matte liquid lipstick from Tarte Cosmetics, which is Mamboon, and I actually really like this shade because it's not so bright. It reminds me of like a wine color, which is so beautiful. I was actually very in love because I didn't have nothing on my makeup collection like these colors, so I was very happy. And then I can't forget, of course, to apply mascara on my bottom lashes, and my favorite mascara of all times to apply on my bottom lashes is a telescopic mascara from L'Oreal Paris. So we have come to an end. Here's the finished look. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. You can always switch up the lip, which is good because the shadows from the eyes are very neutral, so any lip color will do the job. So I hope you enjoy it, and please don't forget to subscribe, give me your comments, leave me some comments below, and let me know your thoughts. Yeah, thank you so much for watching again, and I see you guys on my next video. Bye!